This is the Humboldt Coastal Nature Center, headquarters for Friends of the Dunes. We are open to the public at least Wednesday through Saturday. Sometimes our hours vary throughout the year depending on staffing and availability. But this building is extremely unique, and many folks in the community know it as the Stamps family's Dune House. The Stamps family was able to purchase this property in the 1980s, and they essentially built this unique structure out of a kit they bought out of a magazine after the grandparents passed away. The Stamps family, they enabled Friends of the Dunes to purchase the building and purchase the land. We were able to renovate the center into the Humboldt Coastal Nature Center, where we now have education exhibits for children and adults and can offer community lectures and programs in this beautiful space. Right out the back door of the Humboldt Coastal Nature Center is our Wild Berries Trail. It is about a 10-minute walk to the beach for most folks and is a very spectacular, beautiful trail. If you have young folks also, we have a self-led guided pamphlet so that younger people can learn more deeply about the dunes as they walk out through the trail as well. We're Friends of the Dunes. We're a local nonprofit organization here in Humboldt County. What I really love about us, Friends of the Dunes, is we're a collaboration of a bunch of local friends that fell in love with the dunes. After we achieved our original mission, they decided to become an official 501c3 nonprofit. So our mission at Friends of the Dunes is to conserve the natural diversity of our coastal environments through community-supported stewardship and education programs. So we're a double-faceted organization where we do public education, school education, and then a lot of the work that I'm focused on is our stewardship program, invasive species management and removal. It's important to note, though, data from the Humboldt Coastal Resiliency Project that has been published in recent years shows that the work that's being done in our coastal dunes, Malel Dunes as other properties, supporting the native vegetation through the removal of these invasive species is not just supporting our plant and animal communities, but it's actually increasing our dunes' natural ability to recover from storms and tsunamis, increasing the protection of human infrastructure. It seems counterintuitive to some because many of these species were planted to specifically protect infrastructure through stabilizing the dunes and the stopping of sand naturally moving. But the data that has been published now through the Humboldt Coastal Resiliency Project clearly shows native vegetation actually enables the ocean and Mother Nature to enable its natural process of the dunes moving inland and growing, and our dunes having their natural abilities to shift and move will give our community significantly greater protection from tsunamis as well as storm inundation than the invasive species. We strongly want sand on our beaches to increase when we're talking about resiliency and coastal protection of human communities. The name Malel is a Wiyot term for the village site that took place out here in our dunes. And to the Wiyot culture, who have always stewarded and lived here on this land, the area was extremely popular for collecting berries, specifically wild berries during the season. As you walk through the dune forest, you'll find some of the thickest and densest and largest wild berry thickets, even compared to our old growth redwood forests around here. The Fish and Wildlife Service and Bureau of Land Management have a cooperatively managed agreement for this property, which in 2021 was designated as a National Natural Landmark, which is a very special designation that we're very, very proud of. So the northern section, Malel Dunes North, is part of the Humboldt Bay National Wildlife Refuge and is managed to be a semi-wilderness area. The gates are actually closed about half of the week, with the idea of giving visitors as well as the wild plants and animals more of a wilderness experience, a larger break from human impact than they would get at some other easier to locate properties. Personally, why I love Malel as an outdoor adventurer is it's perhaps the largest wide open sand sheet that you can really experience here. And once you climb out of that rare, weird dune forest on top of that giant sand sheet, it feels like you're out on the moon. Your entire vision is just open sand dune and maybe a little peak of the ocean, and it just feels like such an alien landscape, so different than anywhere else in Humboldt County and most of planet Earth. So I just love that otherworldly view. So it's just a spectacular place to go out, breathe, open your mind, and we're able to see some beauty that's just so much different than most other places I've ever been to.